I agree. Like we want to diverge
Mm-hmm.
before we start converging.
Mm-hmm.
Let's before we jump into problem solving mode, let's look at the
Yep.
problem long and hard enough so that we can
Right.
understand this better.
Right.
Maybe this is not the right problem to solve. Like so, in philosophy, in principle, I agree with that. Like so, the double diamond,
Plus one,
big two
100%.
two diamonds.
Yep.
Let's before we get into the problem solving diamond, let's get into problem defining definition diamond. Like
That's
I
right.
think the problem that I see is this is becoming more prescriptive. Like this is a
That's right.
flow chart. Like I'm sure you have seen this double diamond, each containing like thousand different segments. Like this diamond, like
Right.
that's not the purpose,
That's
right?
right.
And that's
It's not a
exact
map.
exactly, exactly. If it's a map, it's more of a directional pointer,
Yep.
not the whole.
Like you said, understand something before you start formulating a solution.
That's the big conundrum. Like so, I'm a big Bruce Lee fan.
Mm,
Like like many of us from this generation.
sure.
Say he studied, practiced, trained, learned many different kinds of martial arts from all over the world and
Mm,
trying to get the essence of each discipline
yeah.
and build his own, right?
Yeah.
So his whole spiel was don't stick to the dogma. Anything that works, absorb it, right? Don't treat it as a religion,
Yeah.
take what you need, take what you want, and make it yours. Like, and
Right.
he came up with his own like Jeet Kune Do, his own style, and his approach to his martial art was that I'm not gonna follow the strict training routines or dogmatic approaches of any of that. I'm gonna just follow my own instinct,
Yeah.
and that makes it impossible to maintain his school of martial arts. Like because Jeet Kune Do is a formless art. There's
Right.
no strict, say, Okiwana, Te, karate, like this family, like Kyokushin karate, Taekwondo,
Right.
Hapkido, like whatever. Like they have their own training regimen and the way of kick, way of punching.
Sure.
Jeet Kune Do doesn't really have it. So
Right.
it's Bruce Lee's own art, right?
I see.
And in some ways, the let's say the forefathers of design thinking and Agile Manifesto
Yeah.
found out certain ways that work for them, perhaps.
Yeah.
The sad reality today is that let's say so those who coined the term design thinking
Mm-hmm.
were themselves well versed in traditional design training and thinking,
For sure. There was a lot
like
more
approaches like
context that they had. Yep.
right. So because of that old school design training and trades and uh, all this experience, they could come to that conclusion of
Yeah.
applying this to other contexts. Like same with Agile Manifesto, they were seasoned engineers.
Yeah.
Um, and because and also Bruce Lee, he himself was like a champion of this martial art.
Right.
But because we are now say commoditizing or democratizing this once unique esoteric domain of
Yeah.
design, engineering, martial arts,
Sure.
people like yes, there's a benefit of lowering the barrier to entry,
Yep.
but there's a misconception of the newcomers just because they wrote a paper about design thinking. Oh, now
Mm,
I understand design.
right. Right.